Recently, I got myself an iPhone 17e. I've been using it for a couple of days. In this video, I'll be making a review about this phone to show you guys what do I think about this iPhone 17e. I have all the stuff written down right here because, I just don't remember stuff. But I guess I do once I wrote it down pretty much. It looks like an iPhone 16e. Pretty much the design wise looks exactly one-to-one clone, but it comes with a few additional features. First of all, it has an A19 chip which is taken from the regular iPhone 17. Next thing is that finally Apple decided to add MagSafe because the 16e doesn't have MagSafe at all. Furthermore, the front display has ceramic shield too, and Apple claims that it have 3 times better with scratch resistant. In addition, 256GB SD base storage while maintaining the same price, which is $599 instead of $128 like the 16e. Goodbye $128 pretty much. So the rest of the feature, yeah, it's like an iPhone 16e pretty much. Both other screens are the same, which are 6.1 inch, 60Hz, 800 nits of brightness, and 1200 nits for HDR. Battery life are the same too, and Apple claims that it can last up to 26 hours of video playback. Both front and camera are the same as the 16e, and here are the sample for the front-facing camera. This is how the front-facing camera looks like on the iPhone 17e. Obviously, it is the same camera as the iPhone 16e, which, if I remember correctly, that camera have 12 megapixels, so it's the same thing. Not a whole lot of difference right there, but hey, it looks good for its job, I guess. This is the front-facing camera test, and yeah, I feel like this video quality looks kind of grainy. It feels like I'm recording this off from an old iPhone. Let's just look at the other view. I got some lights right there. You can see, yep. Feels like I'm recording this off from an old iPhone. The front camera have 12 megapixel, and unfortunately it did not get the 18 megapixel square sensor like the iPhone 17 series. For the rear camera, I'll show you some pictures right here. This is the rear camera test. As you can see, I'm at the beach, and basically this thing have 48 megapixel, which is the same camera as the iPhone 16e. Pretty much the front and back are the same. And yeah, so that's the island right there, and this is 1x zoom. There's an option that I can tap to 2x, which this is how it looks like, and the max I can go all the way up is 6x, which yeah, it looks kind of blurry because obviously this phone doesn't have telephoto. And yeah, this is how it looks. And let's go to this scenery right there. So this is 1x, 2x, and I go all the way up to 6x. Yeah, this is how it looks. This is the rear facing camera test, and yeah, I'm recording this in 4K 60. I would say it looks okay, perhaps. This is how 2x zoom looks like. From the point of view, it looks quite shaky, but I would assume by the time when iOS done all of its processing stuff, it should look better. But yeah, this is how it looks like, I guess. Let's look at the scenery right here. There's one of the tower right there. There's some buildings. But yeah, this is how it would look like. However, I won't be showing the video for the rear camera because you can see right here I'm using the iPhone 17e to record this entire video. So yeah, might as well just use this phone because why not, right? That's a feature that the iPhone 17e couldn't do, whereas the rest of the iPhone 17 lineup could do, which is dual capture mode. I feel like it's probably Apple disabled it so that people will just straight away jump to the iPhone 17 instead. As a conclusion, I feel like this phone is not worth to buy. In my opinion, you should save up and get the iPhone 17 instead for $799. It might sound a lot, but at the end it is worth it. You'll get all these extra useful features on the 17 for additional $200, which are 6.3-inch 120Hz display with always on display, bigger battery. Apple claims that the iPhone 17 can last up to 30 hours of video playback, 18 megapixel front camera with square sensors, additional 48 megapixel ultra wide camera. Again, because this iPhone 17e only have the main camera, so it doesn't have the ultra wide camera. And the bonus part for the iPhone 17, which is 25 watt for MagSafe. Some might say, why not just straight away go for the iPhone 16 instead? For this case, I'll be only talking about for those who wanted to get preferably a brand new iPhone. Well, the regular iPhone 16 would cost $699, which is $100 more than the 17e, but it's 128GB. However, if you wanted the 256GB model, you have to get the 16 Plus, which costs $899. For your information, the 128GB model for 16 Plus is $799. I think for $799 and above, it's better off to get the regular iPhone 17 instead of the 16 Plus. That's all for the iPhone 17e review. What do you guys think about this phone? Let me know down in the comments. Thanks for watching. Check out my other videos right there. And yeah, bye.